Hi, welcome all to this short presentation on how to restore the balance of our mind in our life. So before sharing the presentation, let's start by tuning into a few minutes, 1, 2 minutes to focus on the breath. You can be with your eyes closed or even with your eyes open, but make sure that your entire attention is in the area of the nostrils, about the upper lip, feeling the sensations there. And we're doing this to increase the awareness, for me to share the information and for you to receive it from a peaceful, balanced mind. And when you're ready, let's open the eyes back again. And let's begin. So, even though this presentation says mind purification, this is a roadmap to increase awareness, which is the quality that we all share as humans. As long as we can breathe and we can focus on sensations, we are going to be able to observe, and the observant is awareness. So hopefully this roadmap gives clarity at the rational level. So why is so important? What are we doing? So first of all, I'd like to start by saying that during my own purification journey or my discovering of awareness and my training of awareness, I tried many different things: nature, meditation, astrology, plant medicine from ayahuasca, mushrooms, weed, or any other plant that is available there that is associated with increase of awareness. Psychologist, music, I composed music, I created music. I've been 10 days multiple times without speaking even a single word in silence retreats. I did regressions with Akashic Records, and currently I'm doing yoga. So the common pattern, the underlying pattern of these practices, tools that are associated with increase of awareness, even nature, has this underlying pattern that they serve with intention of connecting us with the present. So in order to connect us with the present, we need to know how humans connect with the present. So music, plant medicines, yoga, meditation, and even nature. Why we enjoy these activities? Because it's a moment that we stop being in the compulsive pattern of the mind, the 60,000 thoughts per day we do have according to science, and we begin to focus on the sensations of the body. And once you're focused on the sensations of the body, something very interesting begins to happen. You cannot focus on your thought pattern and the sensation of the body at the same time. Either you have to choose. And you can do this by taking a deep breath and then feeling the sensations of your nostrils. It's very hard, almost impossible, to think or to create a plan or compulsive thinking while you are focused on the breath. So it seems to me, after all these experiences, that the reason why people they do this, and we can even say substances like drugs, alcohol, cocaine, is because they want to feel something. They want to feel. If this experience will not make us feel sensations, probably we wouldn't do it. So it seems that sensations is the portal to the present moment. And the longer we can be in the sensations, the longer we can be in the present moment. But why we want to be in the present moment? And this is what's the presentation about. The presentation is about restoring the balance of the mind. So by understanding why we are losing the balance of our mind, we need to know what are the triggers that make us lose the balance of our mind. So as we previously said, mind purification, we can call it awareness training as well, is the art of observing our mind and body. So we observe the body sensations and we observe the the thought patterns. So ideally, we observe the both, but we don't identify with neither. So what makes us lose the balance of our mind? So the main reason why we lose balance of our mind is the mind resisting the present moment. Okay, we are we are okay. So every moment that you find that the mind that you are suffering, you will find this pattern that the mind is resisting the present moment. There is something in the present moment that the mind does not like that is happening, or there is something in the present moment that is not here and you want it. So basically, when you don't get what you want, you begin to suffer. And when you want something that is not in the present, you suffer as well. And even if you get something and then you from a big place of emotionally charged, we can say desire, you really want it. I want this, I want this candy, I want this phone, I want this car, I want this house. And then you get it. And for some reason you lose it, then you suffer again. So it has to be a way to help humanity that they can be happy regardless of outside conditions. There has to be a way that we can be with a balanced mind regardless of what's happening in the outside world. So there is a way. So to understand this is craving for a particular sensation or object that is not in the present moment will give you suffering. And rejection, feeling something or having something and you don't want it. You want it out of your life. And if you cannot take it out, you begin to suffer. And sometimes suffering could also come by ignorance when you say, oh, I need to go more to the gym in order to be okay and to be happy. I need to go more hours in the gym, more hours in the gym. And actually, it was ignorance. What you actually needed is to reduce the sugar and to eat more healthy. And until you don't become aware, awareness is the ability also to has more information available from the environment is to capture is the ability to capture more information from the environment. So somebody with a low awareness might see the same landscape, but it will see less. And someone with a higher awareness will see the same landscape and will see the flowers, the colors. So awareness is a skill and is a highly important asset in life because higher the awareness, the higher the information we can capture from the environment. If we can capture more precise information, we can restore the balance of our mind because we can understand what our priorities in life. So the solution. The solution is to find manners, behaviors that can help us to have a peaceful mind. So this is the prompt, the question that I want you to reflect. If you are feeling that you're suffering or your mind is out of balance, what is it that you are desiring, you feeling desire that you are not accomplishing? Or what is it that you are having in your life that you cannot get rid of? So if you are desiring something that is not in your life, maybe a family, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a particular material object, okay, are you able to let it go? At least temporarily, are you able to let it go in order to increase your happiness and your satisfaction with the present moment? Because if you cannot let it go, it means that you are based, your happiness, your peace is influenced and conditioned by that object, by that friend, if she or he loves you or not, but that girlfriend, if she appears or disappears from your life. And do you want to give that power to that object? Don't you prefer to be your own ability, to be on your breath and sensations, to have that power to be happy? But this is something that sounds beautiful in the rational level, but we have to experience it. And the other spectrum is if there is something in your life, I don't know, a job that you don't like, the amount of hours you're doing, the amount of money you have in your bank account, are you okay? Can you accept it unconditionally, this situation? Understanding that it's temporary. This situation is temporary. It will change. Sooner or later, it will change. So this is two things that I'd like you to reflect in order to restore balance of mind. Check the categories of your life. And I highly recommend you to check 7 categories. Your house. Is everything in your house okay? Is your house clean? Is tidy? Because these things really influence the subconscious mind. Are you eating health? Are you going to a gym or doing any type of physical exercise, even a walk, even going to some yoga lessons? Is your physical health, are you eating healthy? Are you eating healthy? Are you eating food that nourish your body and is not like a candy for your... I like to say that pizzas are really tasty, but they're a candy. It's, it's not ultimately for nourishing the body. If you compare it with maybe a roast dinner or like jacket potatoes or something that is with more vegetables and fruits. Your service to society, are you satisfied with the service you are providing in the human world? And this is about to be honest. If you are not, it's okay. I mean, the first step of like changing the reality is accepting that, okay, I don't like my job. I don't like what I'm doing to earn money. All right, it's temporary. But if you don't accept it, it's even worse because if you don't accept it, you will never change it. You will just be lying to yourself. Then is your community okay? Is everything in your community okay? Like, do you have friends? Do you have um, uh, people you can connect with, and the sensation feel warmth, authentic, that you can trust, that you can hug, that you can laugh about life. Laughing is important to release dopamine and serotonin, and laughing itself increase awareness because it's uh, emotionally charged and gives you this release that makes you observe what's happening in your environment. Um, So the other sphere is evolution. Do you feel that you are making progress? You are evolving in your life. There is an evolution in your life. Are you challenging yourself? Are you following the energy of love, peace, universe, God, or whatever you believe that makes you feel connected with a possibility beyond yourself, a possibility beyond the dense, heavy sensations, and connecting you more with the subtle sensations, the peace. So yeah, following the energy of peace and love in the daily basis, waking up and say, okay, what the energy of love and peace, or the archetype of love and peace is asking me to do today in order to be more connected with subtle. So a way to connect, to restore the balance of your mind is to stop chasing the intense, heavily charged emotions or sensations. You wake up, you have two invitations: one to go to a party, and it's very noisy, it's a music that you don't like but your friends are going. You trying to eat more healthy, and your friends gonna be inviting to eat, I don't know, like fast food and drinking alcohol. And then someone invites you to a meditation, a new friend you just met her or him recently. So if you've been doing partying for so many years, it's gonna feel more comfortable, emotionally charged to go to the other one. But like changing the habit pattern of the mind, the changing your destiny, sort of say, um, is by choosing the subtle. Because when you choose the subtle multiple times, it compounds, and suddenly your life begins to feel more subtle, more stable. So this is the prompt you are looking for. If you want to restore the balance of your mind, we have to begin to follow the subtle. Whether if we like it or not, we have to begin to follow the subtle, because the subtle is easy to remain equanimous, which means balanced mind. When we are feeling subtle sensations, it's easy to remain with a mind free from craving, with a mind free from rejection. So choosing the subtle will help us to restore the balance of your mind. It's not easy, I know, because the mind tends to choose the most emotionally charged decision because it's usually connected uh, with the past, with what you already feel familiar or comfortable. But choosing the subtle in the long run will help us to to grow from a place beyond our past experiences, beyond our past experiences. So the other sphere is wealth, resources. Are you okay financially? Are you okay with your bills? Because sometimes this is about balance. It's not to only follow emotionally charged sensations, and it's not only to chase and follow just money or material resources. It's about having everything in a balanced way. So, do you have savings? Are you are you paying all your bills in time? Because if you don't design a financial system that help you to cover your basic expenses, it is usual that you are always going to feel in survival. You We do have to have savings. A percentage of our wealth has to be separated. And for those who has been working with me many years, I've been saying at least 10% of your wealth when we earning money has to be to a savings pot, and that savings has to grow for whatever things could happen, an emergency or anything. By having more wealth, you will have more possibilities. So the more wealth you have, the more possibilities available for you will be in the field of choice. And that choice gives you peace because if something happens, uh, you can afford to solve the problem. Um, and that makes your life more stable, more easy. It's try to make it as easy as possible for us to train awareness. And having wealth is necessary for train awareness, because if you do have cover the basic things, you can focus on the things you love. And the other sphere is if you have a partner or relationship. Usually, I separate this sphere into a separate sphere, all the sphere of family. Um, how everything is going with your blood family, how everything is going with your partner if you do have some. So, yes, bringing awareness, asking these questions are like keys. Once you have the question, means you have the key of the door. And once you ask the question and you observe, free from craving as well, free from rejection of what the mind is going to show you, you open the door. So the more questions, precise questions, the more doors you can open within the subconscious mind, and the more awareness you can bring to areas that maybe nobody brought awareness in your life before. Nobody asked you this question, so you never asked yourself this question. So this is about asking really high quality questions, because there is a saying, and I like to believe it, that if you do have the question, you do have the answer. So the difficult things are not the answers, are actually asking the right questions. So if we do have the question, which is questions that I'm bringing for you today to reflect on, you do have the answer. The question is, are you ready to observe that answer with equanimity? So this is the reason why we we hang out for meditation. We can call it awareness training as well, because meditation sometimes is associated with religion, and it's not the intention. Meditation comes from the word meditare, which means to measure, and we are as the best, maybe the best word is awareness training, because we are not measuring anything, as the best of my knowledge. So we're just observing. Um, we're observing the breath, we're observing the sensations from a completely place of surrendering. And thoughts and emotions will start coming up to the surface. If you don't react, you don't create the quantum collapse, which means when you create the quantum collapse, it means that you destroy all the other possibilities. But if you just observe, multiple possibilities will appear from the past, from the future, and you just keep observing. You never react, you just observe. You begin to call this process of purification of the mind, because the act of observation is the act of letting go. So when we begin to let go, our clarity of perception increase, because the majority of our suffering is because we have a distorted perception of the reality. And when we observe without I, without mind, without ownership, sensation has no ownership. So there is, at the surface level, there is this illusion that the sensation is associated with a particular object. So if someone shout at me in the street, oh, the sensation is because the person shouts. But when you go deeper, we will begin to realize that there is no correlation between the sensation and the event itself. The sensation, it has to be separated from the story. And that's the next level of awareness. When you achieve that, you we can say you purified faster. We let go faster. So um, this will liberate us from the suffering of keeping the same mistakes again from the past. So awareness helps us to create a new future that has not been created before. And I believe it's one of the greatest and most clear benefits if you truly practice this on the weekly basis. Inner peace. You will begin to feel more happy. You will begin to feel more peaceful, less reactive, more wise. Because back in the days, you saw one possibility and you reacted. But now you will be able to see three, four, five, seven possibilities, and you will keep observing, and you will keep being present. And you will choose wisely, because you will choose balance. When you are free from desire, you from a deep level, you will always choose peace. You will only choose balance of the mind, because you have no desire and you accept everything as it is. You have no rejection. So we have the opportunity with this awareness training to create the next generation of humans that will be able to bring so much love and peace to planet Earth, regardless of the human structure we are experiencing, regardless of the country our mind believes association with, regardless of the religion our mind brings association with, and we can begin to access to the beliefs, the reasonings, the manners that are associated with a society that feel connected, that feel whole, that feel one. And that's why we say universe, the universal belief system, because if this belief is truly universal, it means that the purpose of the belief is to become one. One, verse, to turn, to become one. So thank you so much for joining this today. Maybe next time we're gonna check out what universal beliefs already on the are already experienced at the deepest level of the mind. And I truly hope that this presentation was helpful. Just a hint from the next presentation is that, yeah, it's truly important to be honest. Uh, that's one of the universal um, manners or reasonings is to be honest with yourself, to be honest with other people. And it's not only honesty at the rational level, with the words we say, committing to our word, being responsible. It's also honesty at the emotional level. Like you say, "Oh, I like my job." Okay, that's the rational part, but the emotions are aligned. What you are saying is aligned with what you are feeling. That's honesty. Is honesty is the ability to what you say and what you feel is coherent. And when you begin to do this awareness training, 1 hour without moving your legs, without moving your hands, 4 hours, 2 hours, you begin to realize that you've been lying to yourself. And that their honesty is in different levels, from the most gross to, yeah, I said I was going to be there at 4 and I was at 5, to the more subtle that, oh, I've been saying the last year that I liked, I don't know, banana ice cream. And I realized that I only wanted banana ice cream because it reminded me of my girlfriend, but actually I don't like banana ice cream. So that's going deeper and things like that people begin to experience in the awareness training that we do every week. So I hope to see you all soon in the training to train our awareness, because the more people who are committed to the training makes it easy for all of us. And yeah, thanks, and I wish you a peaceful rest of the day. Bye.